Hey folks, Stan Baker with Hunt the Racket. Yes, I am back, and you can see I'm back and probably about 50 pounds lighter. And I want to apologize to everyone. The last video we did, I think, was sometime April. I had some health issues. I won't go into the sordid details, but I'm lighter now, not because I was sick, only because I got fed up with carrying a little weight, and I figured, well, I need to get myself healthy again, and which I did. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is by losing weight, I found out everything changes, your point of impact, your body type, the way you fit your gun and everything. So I almost felt like I had to start all over again with my shooting. I had a lot of help from a gentleman, very nice young man, Britt Dalton. I think a lot of you know who Britt is, but he teamed up with me at the Wyoming State Shoot. He knew I was in a lot of pain, not shooting well, and it turned out that my beads were not even lined up with my eyes. And you know, being an older guy, I can't see that figure 8 really well because I need reading glasses to verify it. I can see, you know, the further away, the better. The closer, you know, I kind of need reading glasses. So I wasn't paying attention, and lo and behold, I was about 2 inches off. Really not a good thing, you know. So I was missing those birds by quite a margin. And so Britt was kind enough to take me under his wing, and came out to the Rackett for a couple of days. Got me kind of squared away at Wyoming, but I told him, hey, I want you to come up to the Rackett for a couple of days and let's shoot together and see if we can't do some things. So we shot a meet, registered meet here after he gave me some instructions. I think I shot a 98 in singles, 95 in caps, and I believe a 95 in doubles. So he's got me back, and so I'm kind of clawing my way back. But I'm really excited about this year's shooting. We're going to kick off a few things. If you go to our podcast after this episode, we'll kick it off. You'll see that we'll have a contest where you can actually win a trophy deer hunt at the end of the year if you're high average in singles, doubles, and handicap. So we look forward to that. Look forward to bringing a lot of guests up and sharing a lot of ideas. So right now we're going to introduce you to Steve DiGesualdo. I think he's one of the top double shooter in the country, and he's proven that in some of the meets. He's he's run 100 quite often, and I don't think he gets quite the credit that's deserved him. But we're gonna have a treat today. We're gonna show him out on the range what he does. Now he's a Southpaw, so he's gonna be doing things a little different than what we do, us right-handers do. But I think he'll be able to teach us quite a bit, show us how he approaches doubles, and with that, let's get out on. We're going to use trap 3, and go out there. Billy's going to film this, and we're really excited. So stay tuned. We got a lot more to share this 2020 shooting year, and I'm really excited. So with that, let's go shoot. Okay, here we are on trap 3. Steve, why don't you explain to them, how do you hold your feet? Now, remember, Steve is the Southpaw, so everything he does, we're going to probably do the exact opposite. But Steve, how do you hold your feet when you're shooting doubles?
So looking at the camera, I'm going to point my foot towards the straightaway, and I'm going to open my arms and my shoulders to swing for the left-hand target.
Okay.
And I try to pull that off as fast as I can.
Okay, so you're going to be shooting the right-hand target first, swiveling over to the left bird.
Orthodox, I'll shoot the straightaway first.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have him shoot a couple here.
Pull. Pull. Pull.
So you can see he smoked both of those birds. So how do you approach it? Where are your eyes on the first bird, and how do you go to the second bird?
Everybody approaches doubles different. I hold 2 inches above the house, off center of the straightaway, so that my barrel doesn't get blocked by the straightaway. I want to see it coming out, but I want to make an aggressive move, which is called a push, and that's all I do on the first target. I push to the first target, shoot it, swing aggressively to the second target.
And so are your eyes leading your barrel?
My eyes are looking right above my bead and
Okay.
looking, I'm holding just off center, but my eyes, I always visualize where the targets are coming out from the previous shooter. And so I visualize that in my mind, and I hold just off center from that.
Once you shoot that first bird, do your eyes go to the target first?
Immediately. I do not stare at the first target. I just want to see color, and that's it. After that, I'm looking for the second bird.
Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot another one here and show everyone what you're talking about.
Ball!
There you go. And as you can see, my good friend, the Colorado State champ in doubles, smoked them. Let's watch him finish this round out.
Move to station 2, and I'll close my stance slightly on station 2. Pull. 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 Now, as Stan has told you previously that I'm left-handed, this is the only thing that I do unorthodox. I'm going to take the right bird first and shoot the left bird. Most left-hand people that shoot orthodox will shoot the left bird first, but I just grew up shooting the right bird first and followed through with that.
And I'm going to show you right after Steve, I'm going to show you how I approach the middle station by shooting the left bird first off the left corner and then swinging to the right. I found that I can't really shoot that good, the right bird first and going left. So I go ahead and go left to right. Go ahead, Steve.
Pull! And by doing so, for me, obviously the right-hand target is in my wheelhouse, so I know I'm gonna be right in the middle of it. So I take it and I stay in my gun, head on the stock, and follow through the second target.
Excellent move to the first bird, and just nice move, aggressive move to the second. And he does it so well. Let's go to station 4.
And I'm gonna say one more thing. Most people that shoot doubles have a phobia with a post here and there, and it's usually the middle post. I love the middle post. I prefer to start on the middle post because I know I'm gonna run it.
Good.
I'm that confident in the middle post.
That's that mental approach to the game we were talking about earlier. Let's go to 4, my friend.
Here's where it changes. Now we're on post 4 and I'm left-handed, but I shoot orthodox, so I will shoot the straightaway first, which will be the left-hand target, and then follow through to the right-hand bird. Pull!
What you saw there was an excellent move, doubles move. I mean, I'm really impressed with the way, the timing that he shoots that first bird. is, man, you get it right out of the house, don't you?
Yeah, that's my goal. The second target doesn't bother me. The first bird sometimes makes my knees weak because I am so concentrated on getting it as fast as I can. The second bird is right there. When I've got the first bird down, doubles are easy.
Yeah, then you can kind of take your time.
It's a calming.
Yeah.
When you smoke that first bird, you know you're going to get the second target. It's just one of those deals.
Good. So now we're going to go to 5, and Steve will, I'm sure, smoke both of those birds as well.
Now on post 5, just opposite of post 1, I'm going to hold just off center of the middle, shoot the left-hand target, stand the gun, follow through, shoot the right-hand target.
Ah! Okay, there you saw another excellent move to the bird, and this actually for a right-hander is the easiest for me. Is this the hardest for you on being left-handed?
You know, really in doubles there isn't a hard station, and like he said before, it's the mental part of the game. Actually, post 5 is an easy post because the gun barrel swings into my face, so you have less tendency to make a fundamental error on this post because I shoot them orthodox. So I shoot the first bird, which is going to my left, and the gun is going away from my face, and so I trap that bird and then I push the gun into my face, follow through, and shoot the second target. For a right-hander, it'd be exactly the opposite, and the stock would actually be going away from your face, so you have to push your face with the gun.
Right. And for me on post 5, it's all about swiveling to that second bird. So you have to position yourself to swivel to the second bird. Now some people like, because they're different sizes and shapes, some people like a more open stance. I like to do almost a 90 degree from the pad. So I'm winding around and going with it, shooting that first one and then unwinding to the second one.
And for me being left-handed, I do just the exact opposite of post 1. I point my left toe to the straightaway, open my arms to swing from left to right so that I'm not fighting my shoulders.
Right. Good job. Well, Steve, thank you very much. I'm sure you've helped a lot of people out there. I hope you have. And we're going to go over to the middle station. I'm going to kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about, shooting that left-hand bird first for the right-handers. Okay, like we mentioned, you know, for a long period of time, I was shooting the right-hand bird first on 3, but it didn't quite seem comfortable to me. I was struggling with that a little bit. So I just tried shooting the left first, and it just felt more natural for me to go from left to right. But remember, when you shoot that first bird, you want to be as quick as you can. Just touch it and go. Shoot and go. If you hit the first bird right, when you swivel into that second bird, piece of cake, no problem. If you're a little too slow, you're gonna swivel around and find that bird dropping on you. You're gonna have to try to get under it, and that's very difficult sometimes. So let me shoot a few of these from left to right and kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about. You can see that my approach, my footwork, is more geared towards almost a 90 degree, just a little bit more left, because what I'm doing is I'm winding up to the left bird and then unwinding to the right bird. Paw. Paw. Okay, so you can see with that shot, we got on that first bird almost immediately out of the house, come around, and that second bird was a floater. A lot of times, if I shoot the first bird a little bit too quick, I jump the second bird too much. So remember, if you get the right move on that first bird, you got plenty of time. Just come around, that second bird will be just floating out there for you. Oh. Paw.
Pull! Pull! Pull!
Hey folks, this is Stan Baker with the Rackett. The FS01 Garmin. This, my friend, is a game changer. We just shot our first round with it. Actually, 2 rounds. The first round I shot, I found on the 27-yard line. I found I was consistently hitting the targets at least 12 inches low and just chipping them. So what I did is I put 2 washers in, came out, shot, and I found out I was consistently 12 inches high chipping them. So what I did was I took 1 washer out, kept the 1 washer in, and bingo, went 24 out of 25. The other thing that it tells you is right where you're hitting the bird. If you're on the left side, if you're on the right side, it also scores the hit, the quality of hit. So in my 24 out of 25, I got 1 chip, I got 22 solid hits, no smokes, and I scored a total of 68. Each one of those has a certain point designation. A smash or powder is 4 points. So a hit is 3, and then a solid hit is 3, and then a hit is 2, I believe it is. A chip is 1, and a loss is 0. So shot a 68 at total score. So it also gives you reaction time of shooting the bird. In my case, my average reaction time was right at around 55 to 0.55 to 0.58 seconds. The average distance that I hit the bird, what it does, it breaks down how many of your hits and what the yardage was. So out of 24 hits, I believe it was 16 were hit at the between 44 and 45 yard line. The rest of everything else was a little shorter with a shorter reaction time. The loss was, I jumped the bird and shot it pretty quick. So reaction time was like 0.48. And it was it was a loss. So I'm sure I was within 40 yards or so of the bird. But it's really an eye-opener in terms of where you're hitting the bird. At 40 yards, you become random. So what's encouraging to me is my average shot is somewhere around that 42 to 45. And, so we're still, starting to get into the random phase. And one of the birds I hit, they called a chip that no one saw, but it was a chip. So I think this thing in the future could be not only a scoring device for squads, also a determination on chips, whether they be lost or really hits. And so I'm really high on this. You can see there's a tripod right here. It's only about 3-4 inches. You put that out in front of you and you set it up. You center it with the middle of the house, and a green button comes on saying it's ready to shoot. There's a large tripod. It's called the Trap Trainer Large Tripod, which I bought. It'll be delivered on Monday, and it sits about 33, 34 inches off the ground. So when we're moving from station to station, what we'll do is just pick it up, and we won't have to bend over. This one of the negatives about it is you have to get down and center it and hit the check buttons and all that. So I'd highly recommend the large tripod. I think I paid $55 for it, from Amazon. For this device, I paid $999 through Amazon. I think it was delivered within 2 days. I think at the time they said there are only 2 left, but I'm sure there's more now. But I'm planning on buying 5 of these for clinic, so everyone will have their device. We'll put the shot cam on them, and we'll have this device. We'll have verification where they're shooting, high, low, what part of the bird they're hitting. I noticed I was consistently left of the bird, even on the right side of the field, even on right birds. Most of my birds, with the exception of 2 or 3, were hit from the right side. So that tells me I may be shooting a little left. When I go to post 4 and 5, I probably want to get out there just a tad more. Just think about it enough, and I think I'll probably solve the problem without having to get out too far in front of them. You don't want to do that. But in any case, I do believe this is going to be a changer, a game changer. So I think scores will probably go higher, and I'm really looking forward to working with this. So as we use it going along, I'll be reporting to you about how good this is. So we're pretty excited. So with that, we'll see you at Hunt the Rackett.